Hello, welcome to Actual Play Five Fires. I am very excited to be here with all these rad folks. This is our second session of the game. Our first session's on YouTube right now. This one will be there eventually. And our first session is where we created a city and created our characters. And now we're going to jump into the action. I'm Sean Nittner. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me everywhere at Sean Nittner, like on Twitter, etc. And I'm playing Candela. She's a graph writer. She's the youngest kid in the bunch. She's got a lot of concerns about her family, about getting her older sister who got kicked out of the house, to see her work before it gets covered up. And she's very close. She's very loyal, very close to the other two characters as well. Cares a lot about them. How about you, Mendez?
What's good? I'm James Mendes Hodes. I use he, him pronouns. Tonight I'm going to be playing Victoria Ocean, aka MC Transform. Trance is a rapper, battle rapper, and a practitioner of the liquid sword style, which combines the techniques of Chinese internal school boxing with the techniques of battle rap. Um, Trance has a lot of concerns right now. She will start out being very concerned about her money, I think. What was I going to start out concerned about? Um, yeah, she's got a school bully that she wants to defeat, and she has an examination to be a Taoist priest that she's got to pass. Um, so that's what I'm worried about.
She's got a lot on her plate.
Yeah, right. Diana,
Uh,
what's up?
how about you, Dana?
Hola, I go by Diana Moon Online. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Miranda Mita Alvarado, aka Database, base as in the music, not as in the fish. Um, she's 19 going on 23, so she acts a lot older than she really is. She's from Ghost Gardens. Recently, she likes to how do I say this? She likes to hustle a lot and just try to get into everything because she's all about sorry, I had this in my head and it went right out of my head. Um because she's all about the music. She's what's interesting about her DJ style is that if you any of you all seen Pitch Perfect, she does like the main character, she does like cross genre music and likes to elevate it to the next level. Her whole goal is to really get a record deal. Like there's a rumor about that her having a record deal. It's not actually true, but hey, it's out there in the world. She's gonna go and do it. She has a couple of problems like trying to make herself a little bit more known about things. And yeah, she has a couple of secrets, not just the one that is inherent in this game, but like things that she's just trying to keep on the down low for a bit. And yeah, that's pretty much her. She's always on the lookout for something new and a little mischievous. What about you, Quinn?
Hey, Quinn Murphy, pronouns he, him. Um, you know, I'm, made five fires, and I am getting to. Everybody's got all these like wonderful like hopes and dreams and stuff, and I get to be the jerk that tries to squash and interfere with them. I play the GM role, and this is called the opposition. Um, and so I will be sort of lightly, politely uh, jumping in the ways and sort of representing all the sort of troubles that come through. Uh, and yeah, should I start right into the
Yeah, I'd say go
session
for it.
flow and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll show this out. So after you do crew and city creation in five fires, you've got six sessions to make your market. Six sessions is what we call an era, right? That's sort of like a generation of people hustling and doing their work and seeing sort of where you can get. Um, and so what you're trying to do is kind of solve problems and make art and make a buzz, make a hit, and then at the end of the era, there we will sort of sum up sort of how you did. Like you get to kind of sort of do the end sort of end montage scene with your character's fates, and it'll be tied in how well we did here. So every session starts with a wallet check, and where we see just where the characters are in relationship to money. And then once we do that, we will go and do beats, and everybody's got 3 beats to do sort of scenes where they try and solve their problem in the session, or they can make either story beats where they try and solve a problem, or they can make art beats where they make actual art. You only get 1 art beat a session. An art beat will heal you of any stress you've accumulated along the way, but you don't need stress to create the art. You can just create art if you want. And then we handle sort of exposure, like what's happening with your art out in the world, and do a quick wrap up. And that's the session. So is that all clear with everyone? Any questions on that?
Sounds great.
All right. Awesome. So then wallet check. So first we will look at who has the most wealth.
Where do
Right
we track
now.
our wealth?
We should have gotten it down on the sheets. And
I got 1.
1.
We got
Yeah.
donut. I got 0.
Okay.
I'm rich
Mhm.
by the low standards of our crew.
And how much? How rich?
3.
Ooh, money, 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 money. Okay, great. So then what this will do here is you're gonna roll 3 dice here, and I'm gonna roll. Where do you live? Which neighborhood do you live in?
I am from Old Town. I live in Chinatown.
Okay, cool. So then I will roll the wealth of there, and then we'll compare the highest dice. And if I get higher than you, you're gonna have some decisions to make. So we'll roll first. So if you do that action pool thing, you can just sort of put 3 into that.
And I put in 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that should roll your.
All right.
And then you can because we can drag the dice. We can just drag them out here. I got 4.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm getting an unrecognized command error, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, if you just do slash in the chat, do slash roll
3d6.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Okay.
That works.
That's not so bad.
Okay. So you tied with me.
Yeah.
So if you meet or beat me, your finances are okay. You're doing all right. And essentially what this would happen if I beat you, then you'd have kind of a choice to make. You could sort of move out of your neighborhood, sort of to a place with lower wealth, which is hard because
there's not a lot of wealth.
Right. Or for the moment you're strapped, which means you can't use your wealth dice at all for any actions in the session. So it's not a permanent thing, but it's just each session. Cool. So then the next highest wealth here is going to be.
I think that's me with 1.
Yep.
I think so.
Okay. So do you still get the problem with the? Hold on,
Let me attempt it. So I just put 1 in the input value for action pool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the same error. So I'll just roll
Really?
1d1 or 1d6. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says unrecognized
Okay.
command / description.
Interesting. Okay.
So let's see. So there's no way I could. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah. Wow, we're all rolling 4s.
Okay. So
that
okay.
means I'm
So
drunk, huh?
so actually, and where do you live? You're in New Milan?
No, I am in Ghost Gardens.
Ghost Gardens. Okay, Ghost Gardens has wealth 1. So hold on. So I was just testing the action pool for it. It's one of these things. It works for me, of course. But
Yeah.
Works on my machine.
yeah. So I'm just gonna roll my 1, but I did get a 6. Okay. So you can't really move out. You can't move to a cheaper place. So you're strapped. So you can't use your wealth dice to augment any action pools that you have for this session. And I believe you should have Sean. You should have one. I don't think you can start with.
I can't start with. Okay.
If you want to,
I didn't fill it out, but if there was ever a thing where it was like, "Is your character wealthy?" I did not.
Mm-hmm. And where do you live?
I live in where is the shipping district? I live in New Milan.
Okay. All right. So we got 2 dice here. So if you roll your 1 wealth.
I think New Milan is just 1 wealth, right? Yeah.
Is it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was reading it wrong. Okay. So die against die. I rolled a 6 again. I'm rolling hot.
Killing it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm close.
All right. So you're strapped.
Yep.
Okay. So 2 of the characters are strapped. They're getting.
It's interesting that the one that's naturally wealthy is not worried about money.
That tends to happen. Cool. So now that we have
works.
Yeah.
So
Game 4 is expensive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now we can go to beats. So every time we sort of you can make story beats or sort of art beats. You can make 1 art beat a session. You've got 3 beats for the session. Everyone does, and you can sort of every time the way you start is let me show this to you actually. Let me just highlight. Sorry, some of the formatting. Apologies. First thing we have to do is got to sort of announce which of your problems you're going to try and solve, and then we're going to figure out what the next step to solve that problem is, and then that's going to be kind of the scene, whether you can kind of take that next step. So we'll go for we'll start Sean for Canella. What problem do you want to solve?
I think I want to look at my big problem. Let's pull that up. Della's big problem is getting my driver's license, getting a car, sort of in general. I want to work on my family on letting them
cool.
let me drive, getting them to let me drive. Yeah.
Cool. So if you do roll a d6, we're going to determine what action you need, like basic action you need to take a step. And this is just sort of framing, and we'll fill in the deeds.
Got 3.
Okay. 3. So deliver or retrieve something. For who and to who. We'll start filling that in.
I have a perfect idea for that.
Okay. Perfect.
If it sounds good.
We'll get the other parts here, and then we'll just we'll come back. So then where do we have to? Then now we have to figure out sort of where you need to go, which neighborhood you need to be in for it. So if you roll another d6, and all the neighborhoods are numbered, and if it's a 6, you get to pick. Right. Okay, so pick which neighborhood.
Let's see. I want to go to the neighborhoods of one of my friends, so I'm going to say Ghost Gardens is
okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. All right. And so then we have to sort of determine who, if somebody, a member of the crew is on the scene. So roll another d6.
Cool. Another 6. Where are those 6s? I need them for cash. Yeah.
Oh, did you roll a 6?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. So now, so you're on your own for this scene.
Okay.
On a 1 to 4, somebody else from the crew is, but on 5 to 6, it's just you. So now we take all that stuff, and then we're going to state kind of what you want to do. So like, the format is, and we can embellish on this, but the basic format, I'm going to do this. You can sort of describe that out, and then if everything works out, what's going to happen is this.
Right. And I'm going to pick one of the actions, which are all in cautious, analyze, or hustle. Is that right?
Not yet.
Okay. What action? Because in the mad.
So the action is kind of like so that first action that we picked. So you have to deliver or retrieve something. So you said you had something in mind. So like you're gonna is this first step in getting the car. You're gonna deliver.
Oh, I see. So I'm going to do something. Sorry, I thought the deliver retrieve was sort of the objective. So let me throw you what I was thinking, and then help me craft this. So my thought is I've got to go. Pick up some. I'm thinking something a little bit more rare than groceries. I'm thinking something more like I've got to. We need the house. What's us like a sort of supply thing that we need? I'm gonna make it kind of grim, actually. I think it's a funeral wreath. I think there's like a cousin, like a great uncle that passed away the other day, and what we need is like the big funeral wreath that's going to be for the funeral. And the shop everybody goes to for that is Ghost Gardens. Like there's probably another place you could go, but that's the place we always go. And so my thought was, I'm going to try and convince them that, if I had a driver's license, if I could drive there on my own, it would be way more convenient than someone having to drive me. But if that's more the action, then maybe I'll just go there and do it. Like steal the car, like take the car without asking. And
so you're going to steal the car to do something responsible?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think
and then if that happens, like they'll start to be won over at your responsibility and hopefully be more
receptive to the idea of me actually being able to like have a driver's license. I think
be more receptive to you doing it than they are mad that you stole it.
Exactly.
Ideally.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. If I show that, look, I took this big burden off of everyone's shoulders, like going to Ghost Gardens is a big pain in the butt. It was going to take a long time, and no one's driving the car right now. So if I took it, that's my hope. Yeah. But if I go pick up the funeral wreath and the car doesn't get hurt, nobody knows it's gone, I didn't get in any trouble, that they'll think I was helping out the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the step is it. So now that you sort of stated what this step is, my opposition sentence basically goes, the problem with that is, and I get to state kind of what's wrong there, what is going to cause you trouble. The problem with that is like is this like your dad's car that you're stealing, you think?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Your dad's car, and your dad loves this car. Your dad takes, it's not an expensive car, but he takes meticulous care of this car. It is nice and well kept, and it is basically like a Target, right? For however it's like people are going to look through it, and that car is potentially like going to make someone else really, really happy, right? And so that's a problem right now. So now what we do is we will go to, hold on. We have the opposition playmat here.
Ooh, check this out.
And
look at this fine Roll20 work, everybody. Sean is taking drive your character like a stolen car to a whole new level.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
And okay, so first thing I will. So I one of the things I don't have here is like I wanted to get like a little token over that best approach part where I'd sort of put down. Okay, here's what I would say the best approach is before we sort of pick, and then if your approach matches it, we do it. I have it in my head now.
Okay.
I won't change it. And then we sort of build an action pool, right? So you can give what approach you're going to use. And if you use your best one, you'll get like 2 dice for that. You start with 2 dice base, and you can use your approach for 2 or 1 dice, and then if there's any of your sort of things you're known for or other things, each of those can sort of add a die to it.
All right, so I'll tell you my approach, and you can tell me whether it's the best one. So I'm going to be cautious in this. That's not my best approach, but it's my secondary approach. And I'm being cautious specifically because I know my dad's car is like it's been tagged before. Like it's like it's a target. Like it's like it might get stolen. So my thought about being cautious is like I'm going to go to Saul's Discount Florist, which is like. I know the place. I haven't been there like a bunch of times, but I know it well enough to know like I'm not going to park out on the main street. I'm going to park like a little bit outside the view. I'm going to drive super carefully, like make sure I don't like I'm always in the speed limit, and just be like very, very responsible and cautious this time. So that's my cautious approach.
Okay, cool. And do you want to add anything else in, like any other?
I think I'm known for being loyal to a fault, and I think that applies. This is like doing this for my family. I mean, it is for myself selfishly, but it's like this is like an errand that needs to be done, and I think I'm viewing this as like I'm taking a burden off the family to do it.
Okay, so then that adds an extra one. And now is cautious one of your good approaches?
It is. It's my secondary approach. So I've got 1 in cautious.
Okay, cool. All right, so then you'll get 2 base, 1 for cautious and 1 for what do we call it?
Being loyal.
What are you known for? Yeah, for being loyal. And then I will this is a so then I make my so the best approach here I'm saying is actual hustle, right? Like they steal cars from cautious people all the time, right? That's like where they're good at. It's like you almost kind of got to get in their mindset to keep it like, oh, this is what they're looking to do, right? So that can sort of create the problem there. But then it's a kind of so I'm going to start with 3 dice as the opposition, and then I'm going to add I'm going to add in this is a wealth issue. So I'm going to add in the dots of wealth in there. So I'm going to have 4.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I will roll. If you roll your dice, I will roll mine.
Before we roll, I have a question about things that can be brought in. So I was just looking at like, okay, what I'm known for, but do things like rumors or problems count as well, or fires? Like, is it the whole list of stuff, or
no, it's mostly the stuff you're known for. And then if your other members of your crew are in the scene, they can step up and each give a dine. If they're good friends, they give you more.
So I'm not doing the burning wheel thing of like looking at every single part of my character to see if there's a I'm just going known for. Okay, cool. All right.
I will fork in every single one of these skills. I don't care if it takes me 5 minutes.
I could see talking about my sister getting kicked out of the house and like, I could make all these arguments, but I'm glad not to because I'm just gonna.
And then try the action pool thing now if you want. Roll your.
For some reason, I don't have it anymore in my bar. I checked in bar and it was there a bit ago, but for whatever reason, I'm not seeing the macro.
Did the car thieves take it?
Yeah, exactly. I can uncheck in bar and Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So I'm gonna.
Okay, yeah, just roll your.
I'll just roll my
What is
46.
4 dice you got, right?
Yeah.
Old Tony just wants to
Okay.
make you manually type.
Mhm.
All right.
Um,
Haha. I feel
Nice.
like I rolled better than you did. I don't know if that's
yeah.
true or not.
So here's how it goes. So I put in on the spread. I put in dice for triumph, stress, and trouble. Triumph. If you meet or beat me on triumph,
Yeah.
you get to mark a tick on solving your problem. Like it does basically what you want.
Right. Right.
And it advances that track. If you beat me on if you beat me on stress, you avoid taking stress kind of damage.
Got it.
And if you beat me on trouble, meet me or beat me on trouble, then I don't get to add trouble dice. So like basically, when you don't meet trouble, then I get to add extra dice on my roll. So that kind of
Oh.
grows.
Got it. Now, is there value to me? Like you
And if
had. Sorry.
if you beat
Go
me
on.
on and if you beat me on everything, you get like a bonus.
Oh, nice. I think I can do that. Now you had 4 dice and you only placed 3 of them. Do you just only ever place 3 dice total? Like you take your 3
Right.
best and place those? Okay.
Right. Mhm.
So there's not. I can't like put like multiple dice in Triumph to get
No.
extra ticks on the clock. Okay.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I love the idea of getting into trouble, but I'm not going to throw away this good roll. So I think I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna beat you across the board. I'm gonna put a 4 in
Mhm.
Triumph. I'm gonna put a 5 in stress. I'm gonna put a 6 in trouble.
Mhm.
And
Boom.
that means, yeah, I feel like I pull it off. I mean, I imagine it's kind of harrowing. Like I'm constantly looking over my shoulder, like out the window at the car.
Mhm.
Do we narrate through it, or do we just sort of do we cut to the next? Sort of
Yeah. We can sort of like narrate through like what it looks like for you to um, get out of that trouble with a sort of with a potential car thieves, and then also what's your dad say?
Yeah. I think the way I get out of the trouble is like when I come in, because again, like we've always gone to Saul's, like it's a family thing. Like I mean, not like we have that many funerals, but like whenever there is one, we go, we're loyal. We've gone there for a long time. My vision of it is like you came here on your own, and he sends like his like son or like his employee or like somebody that's like not as important like outside to like watch the car and like make sure that nothing happens to it, right? So that I don't have to be like, constantly like having what my like keep peering out the door because he knows because he knows my dad, he knows my family. So I think that's how I avoid the trouble, is just like through the kindness of somebody who respects our patronage and respects the fact that we've been coming to them for years.
Okay.
As far as what's it look like when I bring to my dad, I'm curious. I'd love your impression. Like I think I like walk in with like a giant ass box, because I think the wreath is wrapped in a box, and I set it down, and then while my dad's looking
Well,
at some
I think
bills
when you walk in,
yeah,
I think when you walk in, like you open the door and you like see your dad's, like you've got the thing in your hand and you see your dad was like, his like mouth is like curled up into like the mother of all scoldings, and then he sees you carrying all the stuff, and it just sort of like the lecture kind of dies right on his lips that moment. Like he's like, I can't, and it just is so like quizzical, like, what the, like,
yeah,
okay.
I think I set it down and I'm like, I know you needed it, and he closes early on Tuesdays, so I thought I'd go. Or I guess I'd be in school. So he closes early on Saturdays, so I thought I'd go now, so that you didn't miss it. Traffic gets real bad, and then I just very gingerly set the keys down on the desk on the table.
We might have to talk later.
Okay.
Who do you want to see a theme from next? Oh, sorry. First, before we move on, so you like had a complete success.
Yeah.
So you get to collect rewards from that. So if you roll a d6.
All right. Got a 1.
Okay. So on 1 to 4, you can choose one. You can gain 1 rep die, 1 wealth, or 1 community.
Oh, nice. I don't think wealth makes sense.
Rep, maybe?
Wealth. Yeah, I think rep. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like driving across town is like a big deal, but like I've been seen, I was out, I was around, I was
Mhm.
riding my dad's cool,
But you were, yeah,
nice
yeah, yeah.
ride.
Yeah. There
Nothing
are
bad
people
happened.
people definitely took notice.
Yeah, I think Della's definitely trying to act older than she is,
Hmm.
or more mature than she is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I dig it. Cool.
Sweet. So who do you want to see?
And then do I
Um,
also mark a tick on my problem? Tick towards getting
yeah.
full
Go up
drive.
1 in your, yeah.
Yeah, and there's that's oh, it's in the sheet. It's in
Yeah.
the
Sorry,
attributes.
yes, in there.
Big problem driving. I'm gonna put 1 in there. Okay, cool. I'd love to see. Let's see. Mira, database. Let's see what you got, Diana. What's going on with you?
Okay, so Mira is all about the big ideas. So yeah, she does have small problems and everything, but she like it's go big or go home. So her big problem is she's planning to infiltrate. She wants to infiltrate the stadium, to perform and impress records people.
Okay.
Hopefully, like it's gonna be a
Okay.
long process before she can get a chance to it's not a
Yeah.
one and done deal, obviously.
Cool. Yeah. Like so. Okay. So first we'll sort of determine sort of the some of the stuff that action needed for the step. So D6.
Okay. 4 again.
4. Okay. So this is overcome a personal flaw or difficulty.
Oof. I don't have any
And
personal flaws. What are you talking about?
and then figure out where we have to go. So roll another sixer, and we'll see what neighborhood.
5.
5, and that's Nandon Heights. Um, and then let's see if any of the crew's in the scene.
4 again.
4, yeah. So somebody like 1 or both members of the crew are in the scene. Who do you want? It's all your pick.
I mean, considering we're in
And people can
Nandon,
decline if they want.
Heights, I mean, it kind of makes sense that why aren't you opening? There we go. Didn't someone work in? I thought. No, I did. I'd like to see Transform help me out.
Okay, awesome,
Yeah.
great, cool. And so now know you're sort of trying to overcome a personal flaw, or difficulty. Kind of, what's that look like? So what's the?
I think. For Mirda, with her main focus being like a DJ and hustling and everything, her flaw is I think it's her like one of her main flaws is not knowing when to delegate, to have help, to ask for help, and like she just thinks like, oh, she just got to do everything on her own, no one else is good enough to help out, kind of thing.
Everyone else will just mess it up if they
Yeah,
try it. Yeah.
they're just kids.
Okay.
She's not a
Okay.
kid.
Okay. So maybe, is there maybe some like so like what do you need help with here that's going to be hard to delegate?
Um,
Is there something that you got to do where like you can't do it on your own, you've got to leave some of it to somebody else?
yeah, like I think like the first I think she's made like this grand, like kind of like kid style crazy plan of like how she's gonna be able to like get her set into the stadium. So the first part is finding like backdoor access to the stadium, and just there's no way you can do it by yourself. And so she needs someone else to like be a distraction so she can go and find like, like where the service staff would go kind of thing.
All right, all right.
So
So where does the um so are we gonna like discuss this in character and then jump into solving it, or do we go straight into solving the problem?
First we'll sort of set it up, and then we can and then we'll make the roll. So this is sort of the type of game where we sort of like set it, like frame it,
Mhm.
roll, and then come out the other end once we sort of know where things are gonna go.
Cool.
Um, so the so frame that for me one more time. So like you're gonna do what and how's it gonna help?
well, remind me because we're on the we're
Mhm.
on the other page. Which which neighborhood had the stadium in it? It wasn't Nanden Heights, right? It was.
What we call it? Looking. Um, there is the.
Or did we not say exactly where the stadium was? I thought we did
I
last.
don't. There was a skate park. Um, I think there might be. I think Nunn Heights was.
Nunnan Heights was the theater district.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nanden
that's
Heights
right.
was
The theater district. So it might be the Rays or like Old Town or something.
Yeah. So
It
I
couldn't.
think
It couldn't. I don't think it could have been Old Town because that's the town center where like the government buildings
Right,
are.
right. Okay,
So
so
it's
it's
one
probably
of
the Rays.
it's one of the Rays or Ghost Gardens. I think.
so
I think the Rays makes
Okay.
sense.
okay. So yeah. So if we're in Nanden Heights for this, and that's the theater district, then let me reframe it then, because I forgot about that
Maybe you have to get
aspect.
forged documents
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
your plan.
And the
Yeah.
theater district, yeah. So it would be what it is I convinced someone in the theater district for them to give me the forged documents, I have to do something for them, and that's why I needed another person. It was because there was just no way I could do it on my own. Which I think is uh,
Mm.
sorry, like
Yeah, no.
it's been a long week.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
um,
fine.
so-
I think like yeah, so I had to do something to get these forged documents, and in the theater district, it's to get it's to get seats like the VIP seats for a sold out musical, um,
Oh.
and for me to go and do that, yeah, it's still a distraction. So it's someone distracting, and I'm like literally like trying to like pocket like the tickets,
Huh.
like from what do you call them? From scalpers.
Oh, interesting.
So you're trying to steal tickets from scalpers?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
wow, that escalated. I like it.
Yeah. Um, so the problem with that is that
The problem.
yeah, the problem here is that the very hoity-toity kind of nature of it makes you like really stand out, right? And sort of like stand out like a sore thumb. So you're sort of like really tightly scrutinized here. So
Exactly.
we'll say
We're kids from a neighborhood that doesn't have all this hoity-toity shit.
exactly. So people are just like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" So that makes it hard to sort of get close up here. So hold on, let me. Okay, I have an approach in mind. What approach do you want to use?
Um. Hmm. Well, considering that Victoria is an MC, just talk the shit out of the scalper, and like Yeah, like just kind of like confuse them and
Oh,
to just like
sorry, like one of the general approaches, like the analyze,
oh
talk.
sorry, yeah.
No worries.
She ain't gonna
That
be
sounds like
cautious.
hustle.
Yeah, it's hustle for sure. Which
Okay.
is I believe my yeah, it's my biggest one.
Okay. And then are there any other things you want to bring in, like things that you're known for, or
Well, what I'm known for is Pitch Perfect, so unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna
yeah,
quite work with this. Um, yeah.
cool. All right. So now, um, you we have transform in here. Now you have a choice. Do you want to step up and contribute, or do you want to step back and just hold this is for
Oh, I'll definitely step up.
okay, cool. So what this means is you get to contribute a die. Are you besties?
I think we're all besties with each other, but it's all like going one direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, I think we were
So
closer because Della was a little bit younger.
okay. So we get one extra die here. So you get two. Just default. Is hustle one of your main approaches?
Yeah, it's my main one.
Okay, so you get two for that, and then you get one for friend stepping up. We're gonna get so you can roll those 5 dice
All right, let
here.
me
Actually, hold on. Let me roll my dice first. I think I should do
okay.
that first. Okay, this is a culture issue, so I've got my 3, and then I add in 2 for the culture. So that's 5. So for approach, I also said hustle, so you get one more die for picking like an appropriate approach as I had picked it.
Okay.
So
So 6 total for me.
yep. And now first roll and fill out the spread. Oh dear.
Oh geez. Okay.
Yikes.
And
Sorry, Mira.
Let
I'll
me
let
see.
you.
Let me see if the action pull works this time because I do see the button. So let me see if this works.
Oh, I see
Yeah, it
the action
worked.
pool and I get too.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I
Okay.
see it on one. Huh. I don't see it on my streaming computer, but I see it on my local computer. That's so weird. But
Weird.
that's cool. I can use it.
Okay, so how do you want to match up? So it looks like basically you can pick which one you want to lose at.
Yeah, stress or trouble.
Um.
Or I mean, you can pick choose to not get what you want, but then
Yeah. I don't mind getting stress on this.
Okay.
So yes, because I definitely want to triumph, and if there's some trouble going on, that's also
So
fine.
okay, so you're gonna match the 5 to triumph and the 6 to trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So now here's the thing, you and transform both get this stress
Ooh. Okay.
because you're both involved. Okay. So
I just dragged some dice out because I like seeing pretty things.
okay,
Nice.
so you got 5 stress apiece. So just
Damn.
it seems like a very good thing to introduce stress.
Yeah.
So we'll show stress. Basically, when you accumulate stress, if you get 7 or more, you get stressed out, and then you basically get another problem. And the more trouble I have, at thing like if my trouble is high enough, it goes from a small problem to a big problem, and you can't advance your other problems until you solve that problem. So it's like becomes like a blocker problem. And then it resets. Also, you can use an art beat later to heal your stress. Okay, so then kind of like how does that shake out now? You did manage to get the tickets, but it seems like it was pretty hairy kind of situation.
I feel like everything was going very well, and like Transform was like totally engaging, with this dude, and I get the tickets, and I'm a little overconfident, and I'm just like I decided to celebrate right then and there instead of cautiously walk away, um, which gets the scalper's attention, and we gotta book it.
Nice.
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 Do you,
Does Transform? Do you
actively
have any?
antagonize them? Like, haha, I got your tickets. Do you like do you like mock them and then
Yeah,
run?
I kind of like do like a silent like mocking behind them, but I'm like humming along, and then like it's just too much activity going on that the scalper just turns around and then sees the ticket.
I'm imagining they're like celebrating behind him, and I like see you, and he's like the camera. He sees in like a car's rear view mirror, like they're celebrating behind him, and turns around, and I'm like, oh damn, and I like pull his hoodie down around his arms, and like we run in opposite directions.
Nice,
Exactly.
nice. I love it. Awesome, cool. So then, not a complete success, so you don't get any special rewards from that. But Mendez.
Do I still get to tick off for the big problem?
Yep, yeah. You
Okay,
you
just wanna
get
make
it, so
sure,
you get to tick up. Yeah, so you get to advance.
All right, I have almost completely filled out my stress track.
Mhm.
And
You want to make some art?
Yeah, I think I better make some art.
Oh, yay! Cool.
Let's see some art.
Okay. And
I've
you're
played
an
Blades in the
MC.
Dark. I know what happens if you just ignore that.
It's all
Good
good.
stuff happens. What are you talking
You get
about?
XP.
You get to
Your first
you get to
trauma is fun.
indulge. You get to
Trauma's
indulge
2
in
through
whatever.
1,000. Less fun.
Right.
So, okay, so I'll show this here. The MC, if you scroll down under fire, you'll see this part. To move stress and solve problems, you write rhymes. Because you're an MC. So, to write a rhyme, I'm glad we get to see this one so early because everybody's like, well, I can't rap. I was like, well, we're not actually going to ask you to rap. This is
So do half the
mechanics.
rappers can't rap either. So.
Sure.
Lil Wayne exists. We'll be fine.
So okay, so we can pick up 3 people in group, but that's pretty much our thing. And we can pick me here. And so like the first part of it here, and apologies on the formatting, it's a little jinky. So first, like, where are you? When you're writing this room, are you like in a cipher? Are you writing a rhyme on a bus, like a battle in a parking lot?
I like the cipher idea.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so then the next thing is you're going to come up with 3 separate.
Actually, wait. Hold on a second, Quinn. I don't listen to hip hop.
Sure.
What's a cipher?
As a cipher is where where people gather around and they do freestyle raps. It's not generally not like a competitive thing, it's a cooperative thing. Different than a battle rap circle. Is sort of like we put on somebody pulls out a tape deck or something to play beats, and then people just start like rhyming and taking turns and hopping in, and ciphers can be like quick, or they can like just go like all night. There's people like jumping in and rapping. And
this is 2020. What's a tape deck?
Well, I can't help folks.
We still have tape decks in Five Fires. They're still a thing in this game.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
We're the nostalgia hip hoppers.
Yeah.
So okay, so you're in a cipher, like what neighborhood? Like is this, like
pull up the map for me, please.
Sure.
All right.
Is that the battlegrounds in Ghost Gardens? like around there?
Yeah, we're at the battleground. So it's this old highly unsafe playground with like big wooden structures and like
Mm,
things where if you fall off of them and there's concrete underneath, you'll just die.
mm. And it's just like probably like it's just like an after sort of like there's some like been event there and it's like an after party or after event
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cipher, just people like on there, and it's just like
Yeah, and the cipher is like I'm imagining it's so a cipher is like it's a circle which I would know if I listened to hip hop, but the circle, it's not just on the ground. It's like half the people are on the ground and then like the other half is like climbing up and then winding through the play structure.
I think
there's people like on the bridge thing.
Yeah, there's like a pirate boat thing that has a little bridge between it, and there's like people like on the netting that are like kind of goes up to it, and then on the bridge across and the wooden structure.
Yeah.
Can other members of the crew be there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that
or do I have to roll for that, or can they just be there?
Yeah, they can just be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Dell is definitely hanging out on the netting with some other kid.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. And so we're all in the audience there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to come up with like three like real short like images or like phrases. And then you're not to like connect the images or explain them to us. And then according to those three things you give us, we're going to come around to each of us and we're going to tell you what we think that song was about.
Okay, cool.
That song that is those three phrases. So you give us those three
like short phrases.
Short phrases or images or whatever they are, just three discrete things.
Okay, cool. So the first one is it's inspired by like the experience we just had. So it's crooks robbing crooks.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the first image. The second image, let's see. The second image, like, because we're on the pirate ship, so I'm writing about like Barbary pirates.
Okay.
So like the North African pirates in like the 1600s or whatever.
How do you spell that? Dennis?
I'll type it into the Twitch. I'll type the three things into the Twitch chat. So
Sweet.
Crooks, Robin, Crooks.
I'm throwing in Roll20 as well.
Yeah, Barbary pirates. And the third thing I'm gonna rhyme about is my North Face jacket.
Okay, awesome. Cool. So now, whose description you want to hear first?
I'll start with you, Quinn.
Okay. Is this like song about like sort of like the blurred lines between crime and capitalism, and just sort of like who gets to, like who's like really the crooks, right? And you kind of like break it down on that.
Interesting. All right. Cool. Diana, what do you think it is? Or actually, am I asking the players or am I asking the characters? I'm asking the players, right?
You're asking the players.
Cool. Yeah. Diana, what do you like?
I kind of get the idea of like modern day piracy.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I think it's all about having like a posse or a crew. I think it's not about the crime and whatnot. It's about having like the people that have your back.
Interesting.
Okay,
all right.
Nice. So now all of us audience members are going to roll a six-sider. So the person who gets the highest one, their song is kind of like the one that is like most appealing for kind of like what would be most for a mass market thing. So I should explain right now sort of the difference between sort of iconic and iconoclastic. kind of things. So for Five Fires, we recognize that like there's some stuff that is like meant for mainstream audiences and meant for sort of like to meet their expectations and do it. And gets people sort of like popular in airplay. And then there's stuff that is like mostly about your vision and stuff in your world that's not necessarily going to be popular immediately, but maybe one day builds you a hardcore group of fans. I don't make so we don't make judgments on a one being better or worse, right? But these are two basic paths.
Mainstream, underground, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
mainstream and underground.
There's also
right?
like short term and long term too, right? It's like how you build
exactly
your brand, your reputation.
Exactly. Who do you want to be as an MC? So if you pick the other two that you want it to be about, either of those are iconoclastic. If you pick Diana's, then that's an iconic and sort of like a more mainstream. And then now you can pick which one you want and then give it a title and it goes in the rhyme book.
Nice.
Everyone secretly wants to be mainstream, obviously.
So,
I mean,
but just to clarify, what Mendes is picking right now is which of those three truths that we said it was really about is what he wants it to be about. And
right.
If he picks Diana's because she rolled the highest, then that's going to be iconic and popular right now. And if he picks either one of ours, Quinn, then it's going to be iconoclastic, and is that correct?
Potentially,
okay.
like they're down the road. Right.
Got it.
Interesting. What does that mean for like my stress or like what happens with it?
So you're going to still heal. You're going to still heal stress, no matter which you pick. But it's going to be that the dice have different efficiencies and effects when we do exposure. Right. So like the iconic sort of give you more immediate stuff, and the iconoclastic give you more long-term kind of stuff in terms of your rep.
Interesting.
So you're really making a choice about sort of what artistic venue you want to go down. And it can change. You don't have to make everything, you can get tired of the iconoclastic and go iconic.
All right. I feel like I have a lot of wealth. I feel like I must have been doing the iconic thing going in. So I wanna push against it. I'm gonna go iconoclastic.
Okay, so which one do you want to pick? Description.
All right, so that's between Sean talking about the rep and Diana. What was say yours once more?
Mine was just basically modern day piracy.
Modern day piracy.
But it's not.
I like.
Diana rolled the highest, so it's between mine and Quinn's.
Quinn's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mine was about having a crew.
Peoples.
And
mine was about sort of the blurred lines between capitalism and crime.
Okay. Yeah, let's do I'm gonna go with Quinn's. Blurred lines between capitalism and crime.
Okay. Yeah. And what's the song title?
Let's see. It's called High Seas.
Okay, nice. I like it. Okay, and then that goes in the rhyme book. You could probably just in like the bio or something like that, just make a space for the rhyme book and
is it
on the character
capital C, lowercase s?
In the song title, it's styled as high, like C, like the note. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was thinking of C as in like C note, aka $100 bills, capitalism.
Yeah, it's deliberately it is all of these things.
Nice.
And then
Yes.
whatchamacallit, you can so you can choose two things. You're probably going to choose the former, but I'll let you know. So you can, after you write the rhyme, you can use it to relieve stress or gain insight. If you relieve stress, you roll a die and you heal that much stress. If you gain insight, you can sort of describe sort of like what that song opened up for you, and you can use it to take one of your problems up. Like you basically use to like auto solve.
Interesting. Oh, nice. Yeah. All right. I'll heal some stress, and so it's
okay,
I heal a D6 of stress.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay.
Solid. All right, I'm down to 2 stress.
An improvement.
Nice.
And what's the most stress you can take in a beat? 5, 6?
A 6. is like basically like a D6.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet. Cool. So that's that first round of beats. So you don't. So be careful, right? That is your art beat for the session. So any other stress you have, you don't have any other way to heal. But given what you just took, you needed that.
Yeah.
So now, quick question: do we want to take a quick break here, or do you want to keep going, or where? How do we? Structure.
I think a break here is that the rest of the play is going to be that we're going to do that process twice more, right? We're gonna each do total of 3 scenes. Yeah. I think a break now would be good because now that we've all done it, I bet the next round,
the next one should be fun. The first ones are slower, and then once you get it, it usually goes much faster.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, everybody hang out.
Break
We'll be
here.
back in a few minutes, and go do your stuff.
Thanks, yeah.